Mo Rafi, are you a Muslim? I'll bring you up just to ask.
I'm a Muslim, bro.
You're a Muslim?
Oh yes, alhamdulillah.
Sorry,
Brother, so
sorry to
your
hear.
question here is prove Jesus was a Muslim, eh?
Hmm.
Okay, I got a couple quotes here from the Bible. If you could please explain them to me.
Okay, so you're going to the Bible to prove that Jesus is a Muslim. Okay. Bible is on
Yes,
the
brother.
table.
I want you to go to John 16,
Okay.
12, 14.
All right, sure. John chapter 16 is about to prove
12
to
to
us.
14.
Gotcha. 12 to 14. These are some beautiful verses that you're bringing up, my friend. Very
Indeed.
beautiful. All right. It says this. I still have many things to say to you, but you cannot bear them now. When the Spirit of truth comes, he will guide you into all the truth, for he will not speak on his own authority, but whatever he hears, he will speak. And he will declare to you the things that are to come. He will glorify me, for he will take what is mine and declare it to you. All that the Father has is mine. Therefore I said that he will take what is mine and declare it to you. Okay. The end.
Okay, here, brother, it's Jesus talking, right? So he's saying when he goes, right? Christians believe in the Trinity, God, the Son, and the Father. So here is clearly Jesus talking and saying when he goes, God will send the Spirit and he will praise Jesus much. And he will not speak on his own. He will speak what the Lord has commanded him. So here it puts Jesus, God, and everybody aside, not into one. Do you know what I'm trying to say here? So pretty much Jesus is saying that when I go, this Spirit will come and this Spirit won't talk on his own. The Spirit will talk what the Lord has told him. So right there, brother, this destroys the Trinity. This is Jesus talking about the Prophet Muhammad, because the Prophet Muhammad in the Quran declares and praises Jesus much. The most Prophet talked in the Quran, the most Prophet talked about in the Quran is Prophet Jesus and Mary and her whole story and whatnot. So here, what I understand from this quote, brother, is that Jesus is declaring that the Prophet Muhammad is coming and he will not speak on his own. He will speak what the Lord has told him and he will praise Jesus much.
Okay.
Brother
So,
Avery, do you mind if I ask 2 questions real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Mo, what do you think the Trinity is?
The Trinity is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
As?
What the Christians believe it as is one divine power.
One divine person?
That's what I understand from this priest I've been talking to lately.
he said power.
Yeah, that's not the Trinity. So simply providing a distinction between the Father, Son, and Spirit is not arguing against the Trinity. But second question, do you believe that all that God has, Jesus has?
So what I believe personally is that what Jesus has is what God has given him to spread the message to that certain village that he was sent to. Just like Abraham, Moses, they had messages from Angel Gabriel sent to them to teach that certain city, that certain town at that time. So us Muslims, we believe the Prophet Muhammad, by the way, if you guys didn't know, that Prophet Muhammad is the cousin of Jesus. From Abraham, had Sarah and Hagar. Hagar, Prophet Muhammad's bloodline came through, and Sarah, Jesus' bloodline came through. If you guys didn't know that.
We reject that because there's no proof of that, but
Cousins.
Do you know the verse where Hagar was left in the desert?
that's another topic. That's a whole nother topic.
Okay, I just wanted to prove that to you, that it's in the Bible as well.
Muhammad is a descendant of Ishmael, which there really isn't any evidence for. But that aside, that did not answer my question. Okay. Jesus says in this verse, all that the Father has is mine. It already is mine. It doesn't have to be given to me. It's mine. So do you believe that Jesus has all that the Father has, all that God has?
So pretty much all of us have what God has brought down to us, right? So we have.
He says, all that the Father has is mine. That is why I said he will take what is mine, which is everything, and he will give it to you. So I guess two questions here. Number one.
So he'll give it to you. Who is he giving it to?
Does Jesus have everything that God has? Does Jesus own everything?
By that quote you're reading, yes, and Jesus gives it to who?
So
he doesn't give it to anyone. The Spirit is
that's
the
what
one
you're just quoting right now.
Jesus said that the Spirit takes what is his and gives it to his disciples.
Okay, so God is giving it to Jesus, giving it to the Spirit, giving it to the disciples.
No.
So
Jesus says that all that the Father has is mine. It doesn't need to be given to him. That is why I said that he will take what is mine and give it to you. So it isn't a transfer. It isn't a transfer from the Father to the Son to the Spirit, and the Spirit to the disciples. The Father, Son, and Spirit already have it.
Brother, at the end you're saying
the Spirit is giving it, but the Spirit is giving it to the disciples.
So
this
God's
is why
power.
This is why previously.
So if you understand the context and fully, it's saying that God, Jesus has what God has, and then the Spirit, and then it will give it to the disciples. So everybody's getting a share of what God has.
No, it's not everybody getting a share of what God has. Jesus already has everything. Jesus already has it.
Okay, can I ask another question from another verse in the Bible?
Wait, you still haven't even answered mine yet.
Just one second, because we're talking about this here. You're coming here to prove that Jesus is a Muslim. And
yeah, I still have a bunch of quotes here.
So we're still here. There's a lot here. Like I said, this is a beautiful passage that you brought. Now, he said Jesus is a Muslim, and he's talking about the coming of Muhammad, right?
Correct.
So there's a lot here. One, I would ask you, like we're gonna read verse 7. Is that okay?
Verse 7 from
same chapter.
Okay.
So verse 7 says, well, I'll start at verse 6 because he kind of like repeats it, and so but because I have said these things to you, sorrow has filled your heart. That he's going away, right? He says, nevertheless, I tell you the truth. It is to your advantage that I go away.
Yeah.
For if I do not go away, the Helper, who is saying Muhammad, right?
The Helper, yes. Well, what I believe is the Prophet Muhammad.
Right. So he says, the Helper will not come to you. But if I go, I will send him to you.
Yes. So we believe what Jesus right now is with the Lord. He's resurrected, right? We believe he's alive right now with the Lord.
Oh, here's my question with this.
Yeah.
Jesus just said that he's the one who will send the Helper. So do you believe that Jesus is the one who sent Muhammad?
So what Bible are you reading from?
I'm just reading the Bible. You can pull up.
Yeah, there's a bunch of versions like King James.
You can pull it up.
Any version says the exact same thing. We can even read it in its original language if you want. It says the exact same thing. I will send him to you.
So do you believe that Jesus sent Muhammad?
No, I believe what the Lord has sent Prophet Muhammad. So it's to his benefit that he goes, and when he goes, the Lord will send.
Well, it doesn't say that. It says, if I go, I will send him. So you believe that Jesus is the Lord who sent Muhammad?
No, I'm trying to find this, which Bible I read that in, that it clearly states the Lord saying that. I'm just trying to find it here.
John chapter 16, verse number 7. It's the same chapter you quoted.
I have many things to say, but you cannot bear them now. And when he, the Spirit of truth, has come, he will guide you into all truth, for he will not speak on his own authority, but whatever he hears, he will speak. Yes.
Those are the verses later on that come a little after that. Verse 7, I started a little bit earlier than verse 12. So verse 7 is what you want to read. Go ahead and read verse 7.
Yeah.
Talking about the same thing, but just read verse 7. What does verse 7 say in what you see?
My thing's lagging. Can you read it again? Sorry.
Do you have it?
My other phone right here is the internet is being shitty.
You can put my phone up. I got the parallel of all the verses on Bible Hub. If you'd like, he can choose which one he wants to read from if he wants to. Here, we got the English Standard Version here. You want me to read it? Do you want to read it? Can you see it?
Yeah, go ahead, read it.
It says, nevertheless, I tell you the truth. It is to your advantage that I go away. For if I do not go away, the helper will not come to you. But if I go, I will send him to you. And I just want to point out one more thing here, too. I just want to go up a little bit just so everybody can see. This translation, I will send him to you. The next one, I will send him to you. The next one, I will send him to you. The next one, I will send him to you. I will send him to you.
What I'd like to say
will
here
send
is
him to you. They all say I.
Okay, so what I'd like to say here is that Jesus isn't a normal person, right? He has great miracles. Like God gave him authority to speak when he was in the cradle. Like he isn't normal. He's a very person with high powers, high miracles. So for him to say I will send him isn't a shock, but to him to be put in the place of the Lord,
who has
the
the
Lord
ability to send prophets?
Yep.
So why is Jesus out of everyone with the Lord right now in heaven and not buried on this earth?
That's the question. The question is, who is the one who sends prophets?
The Lord sends prophets. Like everybody has a role, right?
Right. So if Jesus is the one who sends the prophet, then that means that Jesus is the Lord, correct?
But Jesus is not the Lord. No, I will not testify to that.
Okay, so if you do not believe that Jesus is the Lord who sends prophets, then John chapter 16, that talks about the helper who comes, cannot possibly be about Muhammad, because that's Jesus.
Can you read this verse before you start that, brother? Can you go to John 15:26?
Wait a second. Yes, we'll go there. No problem. We'll go to John 15. We'll go to John 15. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. Okay? Watch. John 15:26.
But when the helper comes, whom I will send to you from the Father, the Spirit of truth who proceeds from the Father, he will bear witness about me. And you also will bear witness because you have been with me from the beginning. So again, we see here that Jesus is the one who sends this apparent prophet. And he also ontologically proceeds from the Father. He literally comes from the Father.
Can you read that verse again, brother? Because it clearly says something at the last sentence that goes against what you're trying to say here.
No.
No, it doesn't.
Wait a second. Do you see? You're reading. You have it in front of you, right?
Yeah. Well, mine says here, when the helper, and then one of the original Bibles, it states here quoted Partalit, P-A-R-A-K-L-I-T.
It's paraclete.
Yeah, it's a Greek word, right? Did you guys ever get the translation for that Greek word?
Yes.
The term means helper or comforter. It doesn't mean prophet.
The real Greek origin means Ahmed, the one who is praised.
No, it doesn't. With all due respect,
just a second. This is going to get funny, Black Doctor.
Sure.
So scholar that says paraclete
means
is translated as Ahmed.
Right, but before we even do that, Avery,
Can you hear me?
It's a bit muffled, but yeah, we can hear you.
Because I got a phone call, so it paused me. Am I coming in clear?
Yeah, you're coming in clear now.
Okay, good. Guys, let's go with it. Like we know the Greek, it doesn't, but he believes it's Muhammad. Let's let him have it. This is Muhammad, right? So when Muhammad comes, whom I will send from the Father, the Spirit of truth who proceeds from the Father, he will bear witness about me. So
will proceed from the Father. And who's the Father?
So wait, Mo, according to the verse, who sends Muhammad?
One sec, sorry. It's called. Oh, sorry, one sec.
It doesn't matter what translation you go to. They all say, I will send to you from, I will send to you, I
Okay,
will send.
yes, brother. So here it's stating the Father, right? So the Father, and then Jesus
No.
saying I. So
Right.
why is the Father and
So
Jesus mentioned in the same clause?
Mo. My
Because we're
question is-
Trinitarians.
Do not go on the rabbit trail. Focus. Mo, I asked you a very specific question.
Yeah.
Jesus says that he's the one who sends the helper. You're saying that the helper is Muhammad. In the Greek, it's Ahmed.
Yeah.
So let's go with that. So does Jesus send Muhammad?
Did Jesus send Muhammad?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, like Jesus has miracles, right? So as a prophet, God could give him that authority to do whatever he wants, right? Because it's from the Father that's giving him permission to do
Does
that.
Muhammad say that he's sent by Jesus? Yes or no?
Prophet Muhammad was never sent. He was in the village of Mecca, right? He was just born there.
So Allah
And
didn't-
he became a
Allah
prophet when he was
didn't send
40 years old, right?
So
Allah
God
didn't
didn't send
Muhammad?
him.
Allah didn't send Muhammad?
So, brother, I just want to how long
Wait,
after
did Allah-
Jesus
did
and all the
Allah send
disciples was
Muhammad?
the Bible written?
Did Allah send Muhammad, Mo? Did Allah send Muhammad?
Did Allah send? No, Muhammad was not like sent like a miracle like Jesus.
Muhammad
He was
wasn't
like
sent?
Abraham, right? Born, and then he was given the prophethood.
So was Muhammad sent? Yes or no?
Was Muhammad sent as a prophet at 40 years old? Yes.
Okay, good. So Muhammad was sent as a prophet. Now, according to John,
Yeah,
the verses that you brought up, according to the verses you brought up, who sent him?
In the Bible that you're reading says Jesus, correct? Yeah.
In every Bible.
With you, okay. What I'm trying to ask here now, like if you could answer, if all three of you guys could answer this, how long was the Bible written after
Wait a second,
Jesus?
Mo. Wait, we're not shuffling anywhere. You're gonna stay focused.
Okay. I know we're staying here, no problem. We'll stay on this topic. I still have like 50 more verses to ask you guys as well. But I just want to know this question that how long was the Bible written?
We're gonna stay focused on what you brought up. So you
Correct,
brought
correct,
up,
no problem.
Thank you. So you brought up that Jesus is he's a Muslim because he prophesies that Muhammad is gonna come. So
Not only that, because do you remember there's a verse, I will find it. It says to Moses that, like, it's a verse in the Bible. It says that a prophet will be raised just like Moses, which Moses declared war on his enemies and brought a new religion, correct? Yeah.
Focus.
I know, but you got to be open-minded as well, bro. You can't be just trapped on one question.
Focus.
You know what I mean, bro?
Here to John 15 and 16 to prove that Jesus is a Muslim and prophesies about Muhammad to come.
Okay, yeah.
According to the verses that you took us to, Jesus is the one who sends him. So do you believe that Jesus is the Lord who sent Muhammad? Yes or no?
No. Incorrect.
So then that means is the one who sends the comforter. So therefore the comforter cannot be Muhammad, correct?
I could answer that question, but what I'm trying to say is, like, that goes back to my question that the Bible was written way after Jesus, that it's been touched and edited. So the quotes that we read today, like the original Aramaic word that was brought down to Jesus, is not available right now to this day, right? So we have the English translation that's that our fellow English Americans speak to, right? But I'm talking about the original quote and reading of the Bible. When was it first published? Yes.
2 out of 6, Brother Avery. 2 out of 6.
Yeah, 2 out of 6. It's terrible. Who is the one that quoted these verses? Was it me, Black Doctor, and Chris? Or did you quote these verses as a proof that Muhammad was a prophet and that Jesus was a Muslim? Who brought this up? You or us?
I brought it up, yeah.
Okay, so you brought it up. So now you can't go back and say, well, this is unreliable now. You can't say that because you said that this is proof, this is true, an actual prophecy. So you're saying that God actually inspired these words.
So I want you to check out another verse from the Bible, if that's okay.
Wait. Before we do,
You got
Notice
your
how
bro.
quickly
You
he
got to your point.
moves.
I understand your point. Now I'm trying to move on to another one that I'm trying to prove to you.
so before we move on, which we can, I promise
Okay.
you, which we can.
Okay.
I want us to solidify this. So
Okay.
Muhammad is not the comforter in John 15 and 16, right? He can't be. Agreed?
From the one I am reading, okay, where does it here? I have nations. Oh no.
Do
not
you
this
agree
one.
that verses that you brought up cannot possibly be about Muhammad?
So the one I'm reading here, I'm trying to find the name of it. It says, when the helper, partalets, I can't read that word,
Paraclete.
comes, the spirit of truth who proceeds from the Father, he will testify me. So that's what's quoted on mine, John 15:26. That's all it's quoted. When he, the helper, comes, the spirit of
why did you
truth.
skip the part? Why did you skip the part where he says, whom I will send from the Father? Why'd you skip that part?
So this is what's quoted on here, and this is what kind of Bible? Hold on. So
What website you quoting it from?
What website are you quoting from, Mo?
So it's saying here there's a bunch of translation, like gospel translation replaces partalet with different or somewhat inconsistent terms. For example, the translation.
What website are you reading from, Mo?
So here, for the new international version of International Bible Society, it states instead of helper, it says counselor. And then this other Bible, American Bible Society, says helper.
Mo, we just read you a bunch of the English translations. Look, we have them all right here.
Okay, do you got the new international version, the American Bible Society, the Company of the Holy Bible? Like every single one is a different different quote stated in there.
Look at the screen. You see all these versions?
Advocate, helper, comforter. It doesn't help you. None of them help you.
So
I'm trying to say, why are they all different wordings in every single Bible? Why is it so inconsistent?
Mo.
Yeah.
My voice is getting tired, bro. I just want you to be honest.
Impossible, Avery. Impossible.
Do you see the screen?
Okay, let's see that one right there on the bottom. The Barron Standards Bible.
Okay.
Yeah.
In all of these Bibles, do you see how it says, whom I will
send? When the advocate comes, whom I will send to the Father, the Spirit of truth who proceeds from the Father. So this person proceeds from the Father.
Correct.
He will testify of me.
Jesus, correct? Mo? He's sent by Jesus, correct?
Proceeds from the Father.
And is sent by Jesus, correct?
Sure, but proceeds from the Father. Yeah. So the Lord has given permission.
Do you believe that Muhammad was sent by Jesus and that he proceeds from Allah?
Proceeds from Allah? Sure, yes. God gives him that miracle, yeah?
Oh my
Why not?
Wow.
That's shirk, man. You gotta be, you can't say these things out of ignorance. I'm telling you right now, you cannot say that Muhammad proceeds from Allah, or else they will. So
how's it shirk when Adam jumps into the fire that only God could do that? Why did Adam do it? Like, what do you mean it's shirk, bro? There's miracles that God brings down to the earth, bro. Come on, bro. You didn't get me there.
No worries.
Yo, okay, you're done with that verse. So can we go to another verse, brother?
So Mo, can you agree that John 15 and John 16, the verses that you quoted, cannot possibly be about Muhammad because Jesus is the one who sent them? Can you agree that it's not about Muhammad so we can move on?
If God gave permission to Jesus, yes, it's about Muhammad, brother.
Did Jesus send Muhammad? Did Muhammad say that Jesus sent him?
If God gave permission in the Bible that was put down
yes
over 400 years after Jesus, yes.
It's a yes or no, Mo. Did Muhammad say that Jesus sent him?
In the Quran, no.
Then you have no statement to even imply that Jesus did. Because every other Muslim worth their salt besides you would easily, when asked this, making this claim, then he is claiming to be Allah. And if you agree with this, then you are saying that Jesus is Allah, and therefore you are no longer a Muslim.
No, Jesus is not Allah, brother.
Then he didn't send
Allah
Muhammad.
is one and only.
Then he didn't send Muhammad.
Okay, let's go to this verse that will clarify this as well.
No, we're staying on this passage, dude. Just
Brother, why are you so stuck?
simply answer the question. You have two options. Number one, deny that Jesus sent Muhammad and therefore continue to be a Muslim, but you completely forfeit this passage as being about Muhammad, or say that Jesus did send Muhammad and commit shirk.
Brother, only
call
God
Jesus
sent
God.
Prophet Muhammad as
Those
a
are your two
prophet from
options,
Angel
man.
Gabriel. There you
Okay.
go. That's my answer. That
Okay.
Prophet Muhammad was sent by the Lord, by Allah. Angel Gabriel gave him the message.
So then,
There's my answer.
can you agree that this cannot possibly be about Muhammad since Jesus is the one who sends him?
Okay, to move on. No, it can't be. Okay. Yeah. Can we move on now?
Yep. So I just want to make sure that if you're an honest
Okay.
person, you will never
He's
ever
not.
bring this up again against a Christian to try to prove Muhammad's prophethood. You'll never bring this up again, right?
Okay. So now I won't bring it up.
Right?
So let's
Right?
move on if that's cool.
Right? You'll never bring this up again, right?
I won't bring it up again.
All right. Alhamdulillah, Yeshua. All right. What's the next one?
Yo, on to the next, huh?
Mas Yeshua, Mas Yeshua.
Yeshua.
Wait. So wait.
Yo,
Here's the thing.
Famo, I just want to know how long was the Bible written after Jesus? Do you guys have the answer for that?
Mo. The topic is prove that Jesus was a Muslim.
Okay.
How would you do that?
Okay. Go to am I saying this right? Deuteronomy 33:2.
This will prove that Jesus was a Muslim?
This will prove Prophet Muhammad and Jesus. Yeah. Go to it.
I'm asking you a simple question because I know the verses, and so I know when my time's being wasted. Is this verse going to prove that Jesus was a Muslim?
Give me a sec here.
The answer, of course, is no.
The answer is no.
Good Lord. Stacy, we're doing bad with our numbers right now.
Like, I don't even know if I don't even know if Mo actually come up here to actually address the topic at all. I think he wanted to change the topic to Muhammad is mentioned in the previous scriptures, which is a good topic to speak about, just not the topic we have today. That's all.
We used to have streams about that, specifically about that. And I haven't seen any of these guys in any of them. But now, since we have it on something else, now you want to talk about Muhammad in the Bible.
Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, like I'm trying to prove here that the Prophet Muhammad is mentioned in the Bible. That's pretty much, yeah, you guys are right.
So you come here asking, well, number one, we come here for a specific topic. You come in saying, oh, I can prove this topic, and then argue something completely different.
So pretty much by the quotes I'm quoting that Prophet Muhammad was mentioned in the Bible pretty much declares that Jesus was a Muslim because it speaks about a prophet to come after Jesus, correct?
Does Jesus speak about this prophet to come after Jesus?
So yeah, like that verse I just told you to check out, right? So pretty much it says here.
He's using it again. He's going back on what he said.
So yeah, it's declaring pretty much that Prophet Muhammad was mentioned, right? Because here it mentions three mountains, right?
Does Jesus talk about Muhammad coming?
So here it says the Lord came from Sinai.
Does Jesus talk about Muhammad coming? Mo?
Well, who's this in this verse in the Bible?
Mo?
Who wrote Deuteronomy?
Mo?
It
Brother,
wasn't
are you hearing me?
Jesus.
Mo?
Deuteronomy.
Mo? Mo? Does Jesus talk about Muhammad's coming?
Well, I'm asking you a question. Who wrote that chapter?
It's a book, and it wasn't Jesus. Deuteronomy was written thousands of years before Jesus. It couldn't have been him. So the question is about what did Jesus say? The argument was you said that Jesus prophesied about a prophet to come. And that prophet is Muhammad. So Deuteronomy isn't Jesus's words.
So it's
Where
Moses'
does Jesus prophesy about Muhammad?
Oh, so Deuteronomy is Moses' word, correct?
Does Jesus talk about Muhammad? Yes or no, Mo?
Does Jesus talk about Muhammad? Yes.
Where?
I will bring it up to you, brother.
All right.
I am in pain.
John 14, 15, or 16.
Because we already took care of 15 and 16. I dare you to go to 14.
By the way, we got our brother Life in the building, man. You guys, if you guys could give Life a follow, Life, so that he can start coming up live with me, man. That's my road dog, my partner in crime. So give him.
Hey, yo, is he in the comments?
Yeah, I think he's here. Yeah, go ahead and give a comment, Life, so let them know that you're here, so people can follow you. Everybody follow Life's account so he can come live with us.
So here, John 1:19-23.
Oh no!
John chapter 1, verses 19 to 23. Did I hear you correct?
That is right, brother.
Is that Jesus?
Okay, I'll read it. I'll read it.
Wait, is that Jesus speaking? Is that Jesus speaking?
No, it's John the Baptist speaking.
I'm not asking you, Black Doctor. We already know who.
Brother, he answered it for you, bro. Yo, don't be hating on Black Doctor like that.
Oh my God.
Hey, I am not on your side, dude.
Why not, bro? We're all brothers, you know, we're sent from the Lord. Come on, man.
So Mo, so you understand that Jesus is not the one speaking in John chapter 1, verse 19 and 23? You know that, right?
Sorry, bro, you went quiet there. What happened?
You know that Jesus is not the one speaking in John 1, right?
Do I know that? No, I don't know that.
Okay, well, he's not the one speaking. It's John the Baptist.
Okay. And John the Baptist is who to Jesus?
Well, actually, they're asking John the Baptist who he is. So John the Baptist doesn't even mention anything about Muhammad. So I'm asking you, where does Jesus, Mo, talk about the coming of Muhammad?
So you didn't want to read that one, eh?
It's not Jesus speaking. I'm asking about Jesus.
So which verses are the ones Jesus talking to, so I find them here?
My goodness. You just go
That's
look.
your responsibility.
Isaiah?
To figure out, my
Is
guy.
Isaiah one of them?
Ours.
Isaiah one of them?
Isaiah is Isaiah speaking. So Jesus speaks. Go in the New Testament. Anywhere in the New Testament, in
Genesis?
the Gospels, Matthew, Genesis. Okay,
Oh my lord, this is so sad, dude.
I can't. Mo, we got to talk another time, Mo. We got to talk another time. I can't do this.